They're not the types of bills aimed at significantly improving the lives of Alabamians. Instead, they're introduced to rile up the base. Welcome to the culture wars, where the battles were heavily waged in Alabama's 2021 legislative session, which ended last week. Dozens of these bills, ranging from banning transgender youth from participating in public school sports on teams under the gender they identify with to reiterating support for the Second Amendment, were considered by the Alabama Legislature in 2021. They had varying degrees of success, from becoming law to stalling in committee. Here are 7 times the culture wars raged in the 2021 Alabama Legislature and their outcome this session. Transgender youth public sports ban taking cues from an Idaho state bill that passed that legislature last year. Alabama Republicans in 2021 introduced a bill preventing transgender public school students from playing on sports teams of the gender they identify with. Proponents of the bill said it was needed to preserve the integrity of girls' sports, while LGBTQ advocates decried the legislation as discriminatory and damaging the state's image. Meanwhile, it appears the bill would not deeply impact Alabamians. The Alabama High School Athletic Association, the governing body for interscholastic sports, said it wasn't aware of any transgender youth playing school sports. Status, signed into law by governorTransgender treatment ban for minors. Alabama considered banning hormones and therapies for minors, including puberty blockers, for youth seeking to transition. Supporters of the bill say it protects minors experiencing gender dysphoria from long-range consequences of puberty-blocking medications, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries. Opponents of the legislation say puberty blockers and hormones are used after extensive counseling and as part of a broad-based standard of treatment. They say no transgender surgeries are done on minors in Alabama. The bill was one of the most closely watched in the 2021 legislative session. Status, not brought up for voteAlabama, is only one of 2 states, Mississippi being the other, that celebrate civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. and Confederate General Robert E. Lee on the same day. State holidays for both King and Lee fall on the 3rd Monday in January. Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert E. Lee were 2 men with totally different agendas, beliefs and goals. State Senator Vivian Figures, D. Alabama, who introduced legislation moving Lee's celebration to the 2nd Monday in October, told AL.com. To separate them as individual holidays is the right thing to do. Advocates for moving Robert E. Lee Day say holding the holiday on the same day as King's insults the civil rights leader's legacy. A similar bill authored by Senator Bobby Singleton, D-Greensboro, would have moved Robert E. Lee Day to the 4th Monday in April.